It is kind of tricky. And, traditionally there's two main options. You can either hire a company to do all the design for you from scratch, or you can try to use like a build it yourself, website builder service. Um, when it comes to hiring somebody, again, that's kind of an area where you a lot of times get what you pay for, because you could hire someone really cheap that maybe they're in a third world country, English is not their first language. They might be an okay designer or developer, but you might have communication issues trying to tell them what you want and getting what you want. Or if you hire somebody that's, more, somebody that speaks English fluently and all that, it can get pretty expensive. But, you usually don't want to go as cheap as possible, because you're trying to make a good impression. You're trying to build your brand. So, you might find somebody that has good reviews, samples of work they've done. And, but it is, you do have to be aware that it does take some time. So if you, let's say you want to show somebody your website and it's not, you haven't started it yet, don't plan on having it done next week, because, it can sometimes take weeks, sometimes months, to get all of the different pieces together when you're doing it from scratch like that. Because you might have to go back and forth several times before you're really happy with the results. Like you mentioned WordPress, that's probably the platform most people are going to use, especially if they hire somebody to build the site for them. For anybody that's not familiar, WordPress is a content management system. Basically gives you a way to log in and create pages or blog posts without having to write code. And the nice thing is there's all these plugins you can buy that help your website to do whatever it is you want it to do. Like if you need a contact form, you can get a plugin that will let you do that without having to know any coding. But WordPress does have a learning curve. So I would say it's a good way to manage a website, but if you don't have a background in building websites, you probably don't want to maybe build it yourself from scratch using WordPress.